Hi guys, doing another episode of What If Ex-Manager Managed Arsenal, and today we're looking at the Dortmund manager Thomas Tuchel. As we can see, he also wins the league like Luis Enrique managed in our last episode. 90 points for Thomas Tuchel, which is a crazy points return, highest we've seen so far at the end of the managers. Only lost 2 games all season and a ridiculous goal difference of 60, which is miles ahead of the next best 34, Chelsea there. Magnificent season for Arsenal under Thomas Tuchel. They kept the most clean sheets as well, or Petr Cech did with 15 there. Ozil most man of the match awards with 11. Interestingly, nobody in the top 3 here in the goal scorer charts, but Ozil leading the average rating with 8.18, which is ludicrous, and 7.61 for Koscielny, who's been a consistent good performer on every manager we've checked so far. Mesut Ozil the assist leader of 16, so he's had a fantastic season under Thomas Tuchel. So when we look at the stages, Arsenal 89 goals scored, which is just magnificent. 74 Chelsea, the next best, but 29 goals conceded, miles ahead. Man City with 33 there, the only team that comes close, and even Chelsea conceded 40. So magnificent defensive season for Arsenal. And if we look at the tactics, it was a basic 4-2-3-1 that he played. I look at the goals, Alexis Sanchez with 21 and Olivier Giroud also with 21, clearly the dominant scorers, but Mesut Ozil, who had a ludicrously good season, with 16 goals. If we actually look, 15 goals, wait, was it 15 goals? It's saying 16 goals, but then it's only 15 goals. That's unusual. Anyway, 15 goals and 16 assists for Ozil in a magnificent season. Absolutely ludicrous numbers from Ozil. Then actually Oxlade-Chamberlain with 10, and he used Oxlade-Chamberlain a lot, which is something that previous managers haven't done. And then it's 10 actually in 10 starts for Lucas, who still doesn't seem to be getting a break despite doing very well. Ramsey with 9, Correa with 9, Walcott with 9, Cazorla with 5. So again, bunched up goal scorers, but a lot of them pitching in almost around that 10 mark, so very good in terms of getting goals out of lads. And if you look at the appearances, nobody with over 50, which was actually a theme under other managers, guys like Ozil and Koscielny with 50 plus appearances. But he's got Ozil, Koscielny, Sanchez, Monreal, Petr Cech, Bellerin, Cazorla, Mustafi, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Giroud, Ramsey, all playing a lot of games there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So again, as has become a theme with the other gaffers as well, a clear 11 there. Correa with 16 starts, Coquelin with 15, Xhaka with 13 and 10 each for Walcott, Lucas and Mertesacker. So he's rotated pretty successfully, I would say there. He's done well, he's got a clear first 11, but he's also rotated well and brought other guys in who've done well, like Correa, like Lucas, like Walcott. So he's definitely done very, very well. If we look at the schedule here, Champions League, a home draw against Bayern, who they drew in the group stage, which is harsh. Away win over Basel, away win over Copenhagen. So they were harsh in getting Bayern, but they also got Basel and Copenhagen, which is a piss easy draw for Arsenal. Home win over Copenhagen, and away win at Bayern at the Allianz Arena, which is crazy, and a win over Basel. However, out of the EFL Cup in the 4th round to Spurs after winning against Everton. So that's a tough one for them to take. Come down to the FA Cup, an away win against Torquay in the 3rd round, a home win over Millwall in the 4th. Next game, an away win over Leicester. And the Champions League, they draw Sporting. They get a 3-1 win in Portugal. Then through in the FA Cup against Southampton with a 2-1 home win. Then they win 2-0 at home to Sporting, so through to the quarter-finals under Thomas Tuchel. An away 2-2 against Real Madrid in the quarter-finals set them up to come back to the Emirates with hope. And they lose 2-1 at home to Real Madrid. And they follow that up by losing the FA Cup semi-final on neutral ground to Spurs. So pretty harsh for them. Do Spurs go on and win that out of interest? Yep, Spurs go on and win the FA Cup, and the EFL Cup is won by Man United. So, just one trophy for Thomas Tuchel, but a dominant performance in the league. Certainly doing very, very well. Oh, we forgot to look at his transfers actually, so let's go to transfer history. He brought in Angel Correa from Atletico Madrid for £21 million. He only made 11 league starts, but he got a 7.62 average. Massive numbers there. Overall, 16 starts with a 7.45. So a good first season for Correa at Arsenal there. £34 million he's now valued at, and they still have him on only 68,000. So not bad. They also brought in this Nicolas Janvier, who is an 18-year-old, clearly a prospect. They've got him listed for loan at the moment. So he's just a prospect who's been brought in. This Rodrigo Cayo lad at centre back, clearly a good ball playing defender. He only made 2 starts in the league, not even doing too well. He didn't have a great first season at Arsenal, to be fair, but he does look as if he's got some potential to be a well-rounded ball playing defender at the back. It just didn't happen for him in the first season. And they also bought Thomas Meunier, who started a couple of games and played reasonably well. But, that was an £8.75 million signing. Clearly a good player, but he's playing back up to Hector Bellerin. It looks a decent backup for them to have. And they too sold Gabriel to China. 135,000 this time in wages for Gabriel, and a £21 million deal. So he did pretty well. Thomas Tuchel, he wins the league title as well. So 90 points, our best tally we've seen so far, only losing 2 games all season. So another manager who does very well at Arsenal, done better than Simeone and Allegri. Did better in terms of points tally than Luis Enrique, but Luis Enrique did win the double. So, just a bit of fun these videos, but it's interesting for me at least to see how these gaffers get on. So next one, I think we're going to do Eddie Howe at Bournemouth and see how his attacking, fast-paced attacking style gets on at Arsenal. So look out for that one. And as I say, we've already done Allegri, Simeone and Luis Enrique, so have a look on the channel for those in the playlist.